We did it, everybody. We made it to the finish line, but the finish line is not necessarily the goal. 1 million signatures on the Stop Killing Games initiative. I try to do my little push and help to get the message out on this platform, TikTok, Twitch. I did my part, but everybody else who pitched in and said something about it, congratulations, pat yourself on the back. Give the people of the EU a round of applause. They have made it. This initiative should be going forward to the legislation so they can look at it, but it doesn't stop there. At this point is at 1,004,162 signatures. Let's try to get to 1.5 million. Let's try to get to 2 million, because you still got 28 more days at the time of this recording that you can get more signatures. More signatures, I think that will be more significant than just having at 1 million and you stop. It just shows that more people are interested and want this to keep going forward. So let's keep pushing. Don't stop just because you got to 1 million. Now, like I said before, this could be one of the biggest accomplishments in gaming, and this is something where everybody gets together, and even for the EU, which is not as big and popular, or not gonna say popular, but as populated as like the United States or North America or whatever the case may be, or even some parts of Asia. These guys made and girls made it happen, and the initiative should be going forward. Hopefully that we will get a good outcome on this, because with all the controversy that's been happening, even prior to the pirate software stuff, all the stuff that's been going on with just the games in general, dealing with Ubisoft, dealing with other companies that want to kill off their games because they want you to play the next game. This could be a turning point in gaming in general. With all the things that's going on in gaming right now, you see what's going on with Xbox, and you see what's going on with the Sony, and even with Nintendo with their issues. What you see right here is a breath of fresh air. Gamers uniting, consumers uniting, everybody coming together to make something happen with this whole ordeal. So I will say this once again, for anybody who don't know about this, I'll talk about it. Basically, this initiative, it's called to require publishers and that sell video games, that sell this type of software, to leave the games in a playable state once the end of life of the game occurs. Now, there are some instances where some games that are online only, we don't necessarily expect that to be the case, but even if, we'd like to have the tools to continue to have these games function and not just die off. You don't want a game like The Crew. Honestly, I do understand the game like Mag that was online only. If there's some way that you can make that in a game like that in a playable state, that will be cool. Those type of games like that just die off, and then you don't even have accessibility to them anymore, and they just don't work anymore. It's really a detriment, and it's really sad when you look at the art that goes behind these video games. These type of games are games that are, whatever case may be, where you may think about said game, it's still a work of art. It still should be something that be preserved. And I don't understand why these companies do this. I do understand why they want to make money, but one thing about making money, you got to have good PR. You got to have good public relations. You got to have good customer service. You got to have a good rapport with your fan base and or customers or potential customers, so you won't be in a bad state like right now what Ubisoft is going through, where they're literally going to court over something like this. So I just feel like this is one of the biggest things that can happen in the world of gaming that's probably ever, because this type of thing is really detriment to what we all do this for. I mean, you see all these games behind me right here. I mean, this is the type of stuff that we play, and this stuff that we live for. The people who collect games and all this other stuff, we do this because of the games that we want, and the games that we want to cherish, games that we want to remember and have a good memory of, or games that we can just go back to and play at a later time. Because I mean, I'll tell you, like, there's times that I love to go back and play some of my PlayStation 1 games. I love to go back to play those games. And I don't know, we may not be around. My son, he may be my age at some point, but he would like to go back to a game that he played in his childhood. And if they kill off these games, you won't be able to have that, be the case. So I really feel like at the end of the day, this is an excellent, excellent thing. 1 million signatures. We still got more ways to go. I know, like, even with the million, you see the bar. You see the bar on here where it's still extended right here. Yes, let's try to fill this bar all the way up. I want to see 2 million. I would like to see at least. To be realistically, between now and the 31st, and the way that things are going right now, I think it can reach 2 million. But realistically, I would like to see at least 1.4, maybe 1.5. Yeah, I'll even take 1.3 million signatures. So I'm gonna refresh this real quick. Let me see what it says now. Let's refresh this. Hopefully it pops up and see if it. I said it's all good. There it is. All right, there it is. Let's roll down here and see. Okay, see now, just throughout this video, we got 3,000 more signatures. Now that's over a span of 5 minutes. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if we keep pushing this, I think we'll continue to push over to the point where it's not just a million. We can get maybe 2 million. And I think at the rate we're going between now and the next 28 days, I think they can get 2 million signatures. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome if we can get stuff like this done as a collective when it comes to gaming? Because gaming is so decisive. People are worrying about console wars or playing on PC, or should you play on the handheld, or what's up with the Switch 2, and you got to play at this frame rate and that frame rate, or the resolution got to be high, and why are you playing it? With all that's going on, this right here is something that I'm really, really excited about, because it seemed like everybody came together and accomplished something. It just wasn't something that wasn't as controversial as I thought it'd be, but some people made it worse than what it was, and it probably brought on the Streisand effect. That's what it looks like. That's what happened. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter at this point. We got the signatures. Hopefully, the EU will look at this and have some type of profound or some type of real solution to this. Because the solution to this is, in my opinion, is let's get these companies to stop doing this. Stop, put these games in a reasonable, like you said right here, reasonably functionable, playable state. I mean, I think that's all that we need. That's all we can ask for. So I'm here for it. I love it. Congratulations once again to the great people that's in the EU. Pat yourself on the back for everybody else around the world. You made this happen. We made a push. We did everything that we could to get this out there. Shout out to Pirate what is it? Did I say Pirate Games earlier? Well, anyway, Pirate Software. Shout out to him too. I don't know, but nevertheless, shout out to him, because without him, we probably would have been dead in the water. Because you got to understand, like 2 weeks ago, or like 2.5 weeks ago, we was at 500,000, and we got that many signatures in a span of 2 weeks. So that's absolutely awesome. So before I get out of here, I'm gonna hit this again, see where we're at. Still about the same, 7,628, 1,700,000, but that's more than enough. We still got the goal, but I would like to see about 1.3 between 1.3, the minimum, up to 2 million signatures. Maybe we could do it. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep this initiative in the comment section. In the description until we get to the 31st. So hopefully you guys will like this video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna get up out of here. I got some other stuff I gotta do. It's been a day. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all take it easy. I'm out. Peace.